Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of Dr. Stone Science Future Part 2 on episode 6 or episode 18 of the total number of episodes of Dr. Stone Science Future or season 4 of Dr. Stone. This episode right here was actually pretty nice and pretty crazy, so if anything else, let's just get this started right away. We get to see Senku and his group manages to find a mountain of Medusa items, but unfortunately for them, they are unable to use them because they are out of battery. Eventually, they decide to disassemble it or try to figure out what it's made of and how it works, because that's just how science does. And eventually, of course, they do have some ideas of what to do, but they have to also be careful with Stanley and his crew because they could track him down with the radar. But we have to it that Senku and his group decides to make a ship that will not allow them to be tracked down or to make tracking less obvious or can't be found on the radar. But it only becomes more difficult because they really don't really quite have the material or the knowledge, thanks to Zeno not giving it, to escape. But Chrome brings up a very funny question asking, hey, if you guys are able to track down a lot of things back 1,000 years ago or many years ago, how come you were not able to track down the Medusa? So they end up having to get the idea of how the heck it's not even possible, even when it comes to our Sonar Man Ukyo, I believe. I'm sorry, let me make sure I got that right. There's just so many characters in here that I don't remember unless their name is being said over and over again. Yeah, Ukyo, our Sonar Man, he ends up realizing that you can't track down the Medusa. By that time, they decide to use the Medusas that they found in order to not to be tracked. And so far, it looks like they're doing well, so pretty good. But in terms of trying to figure out how to work the Medusa, it's not really getting them anywhere until they found out that their main battery source of the Medusa is using diamonds. By that time, they decided to figure out how to make diamonds, thanks to Senku's group being on the other side and Senku giving them the knowledge of what to do. So at this point, y'all are gonna make some diamonds, which apparently is pretty crazy because diamonds are known to be a pricey object in the market. That much is to be said. By that time, they decided to find some materials that's involving alcohol, and which is what they have in their hands currently, which I thought was pretty cool. Now you gotta heat the hell out of it, and that's it. Which I go hey, are you serious about this? Involving heating up the diamond and all, they had to use some tungsten filament and heat the heck out of it. By that time, when it comes to Senku's group, which is on the other side, the ones that's left on the island, they decide to go through a lot of trial and error. One involves being a giant explosion, which came out pretty bad. In terms of making the diamond, they actually have been doing their best. And so far, towards the very end, after going through a lot of trial and error, they managed to make the diamond. And the guy in the red head, which I don't even remember his name, the guy who's pretty much good at disassembling and good at jewelry or something like that, I give you my word as a pro, this is definitely a diamond. And the episode ends up there. Preview of next episode is titled Stone Sanctuary. So yeah. So in other words, without a lot of detail, Senku and his group run into a group of Medusa items, but unfortunately they don't really have much knowledge of how to make it work until they found out. As for trying to evade Stanley and his group, they decide to use a lot of Medusa items to cover the ship as a way to escape, because it cannot be found on radar. When Chrome mentions hey, if you guys are able to figure out the danger, how come you weren't able to find out about the Medusas? And they go that's it. And that's how they made the ship almost undetectable, or can't be detected at all, or be found easily, or be found on radar. So by that time, they decide to find a way how to figure out how the Medusa works. Repeating myself, I apologize. And they found that, and of course the diamond is the source of the battery for the Medusa to work. And they make their diamonds through alcohol and heating it up. And then later on, thanks to a certain pro saying, hey man, I give you my word as a pro, this is a diamond. And then Next episode title, Sanctuary. Looking forward to seeing how it works. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Offizital. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.